the new champion, Lello Marciello, who won this race, or won this championship yesterday with a 4th place. This man here, Felix Rosenqvist, won both the races on Saturday to try and keep his championships alive, or his championship alive, but didn't quite manage it. And Harry Ticknell will start in 3rd place, the British driver, and then alongside him will be Lucas Auer. Yes, hello everyone, I'm Andrew Marriott alongside Dave Richardson for this final round of this championship. And as we said, Series 1, some adjustments, just softening up the suspension a little bit on Lucas Auer's car, the nephew of Gerhard Berger. Gerhard was here yesterday to cheer him on, and very much the architect of the FIA Formula 3 Championship in his new role in the FIA as president of the single-seater commission. So there is Auer looking for a podium in the last race of the season. Then Jordan King starts in 5th place, best rookie of the year. Just saw his tweet earlier on today. He's been pleased with his performance yesterday. And alongside him will be a man in only his 2nd ever Formula 3 race, Nick Cassidy. There he's on the unscrubbed rain tyres. Nick Cassidy in the Carlin car, normally driven by Danny Kvyat. And Kvyat on Red Bull promotional duties. Cassidy struggled a little bit yesterday as a result really of problems he had in the first qualifying. The second qualifying, he got his act together though. Sean Galil's team, but that is his teammate Giovinazzi, who suddenly seems to have gone good. Come good, I should say. Interesting helmet design there. Lots of squiggles on it. And it's Blomqvist Jr. Doing some very careful preparations on his visor. He starts in 8th, and then the front row will be completed, the top 10 will be completed by Eddie Cheever and Nicholas Latifi. Girls exit the grid. And Dave, quite a lot of incident in yesterday afternoon's race.
Yes, and with weather conditions that we have today, Andrew, completely different to yesterday. Suspect that we might see some incident in this as Tom Blomqvist there getting the final handshake from his engineer. And still we can see from that shot as we look at the backdrop there of Tom's car, the rain is still pouring down, Andrew. It was predicted that it would rain today. Latifi then, pleasure of meeting his father yesterday.
Yeah, built up a huge food production business in Canada. Originally from Iran rather, I should say. Canadian flag on the side of the car. Puerto Rican driver Felix Serrales has been in trouble with the stewards. I don't know if you saw that yesterday where...
Yeah, that was just one of the incidents, wasn't
it? Yes, he goes to the back of the grid for that show of petulance. Here is Marciello then. I'd like to go out, I'm sure, with a victory. Doesn't need it. Doesn't even need to finish this race. He is the champion.
Yep.
Felix Rosenqvist, who fought such a good fight to keep this championship alive.
Couldn't have done any more, could he, to be fair, over this weekend?
Not over this weekend, but it's about the season.
Of course.
And ultimately, Marciello was the better driver over the complete season. Grandstand filling up here in the state of Baden-Württemberg. Lots of industry around this part of Germany. The huge software company SAP is literally just, SAP is just down the road. Everyone with their rain lights on, flashing away. There's Chiva Jr. starting in 9th place. And having a terrible season until he got to his home track of Vallelunga. All of a sudden, a week ago, suddenly saw him as a man nearer the front than the back, and he's carried that on through to today. Ferrari Driver Academy sticker there very prominently on Marciello's car, only one of 4 drivers under that academy. Run by Luca Baldessari, former Ferrari Formula 1 chief engineer. And off they go on the warm-up lap. So got a change in the T-Sport car with Kevin Korjas, the Estonian, standing in for Alexander Sims, who's unavailable. It was Korjas who was driven into off the track yesterday by Sorales. He's admitted that he just lost it. It was a stupid thing to do. And I think he's lucky to even be allowed to start today, to be frank.
Yes, you thought he might be...
I think he might have thought he'd get a one-race ban. Marcello Rosenquist, Ticknell and Hour, Jordan King, and a big question mark, how can young Nick Cassidy from New Zealand fare from 6th place? Going through the 11th is Durrani, and 12th Sven Muller, Brian Meisler, the other Swede in this race, Van der Laar, Lewis Gilbert, Mardenborough starts 17th, Lucas Wolf 18th, Alex Lynn, problems in that qualifying, should see him coming through the field. And there at the bottom, 27th, Sorales. Safety car sign out, Dave.
Yes, weather conditions such.
Timing screen from the race control is still showing us reports from the Porsche Carrera Cup race, which was before this, so I suspect that this race will start under the safety car. Indeed it will. 22 laps or time, and I think this won't make in these conditions the full distance. I suspect that they'll go behind the safety car for a couple of laps.
Yes, I think you're right.
Just so they can see where all the puddles are. Conditions similar to the Porsche Carrera Cup race, but easier for them. And this is pretty close to being unraceable.
Yeah, I mean, we can see just the cloud of spray. Of course, when you're ducked down in the cockpit there, Andrew, following a car, it's...
Absolutely, and well, won't be unprecedented this weekend if this race is stopped short because of the conditions, because that's exactly what happened in the World Endurance Championship race over in Fuji in Japan, held earlier today. Twice stopped because of the rain, and then finally red flag, giving a victory to Toyota over Audi. Nakajima driving the winning car with Nicolas Lapierre, a former graduate of this championship. Indeed, we saw Nakajima in this series, or the Euro series, which preceded it. Just to remind everybody that this series has produced some great champions, including Lewis Hamilton, who is here today, going to be driving a DTM taxi, I'm told. So here they all are, just going round, starting the race under the safety car. The clock is ticking away, showing that we've got 30 minutes left. So appalling conditions here today, making it very difficult for these single-seaters to race. Everybody just trying to keep a bit of temperature into the tyres. As I reported, we don't have any news from race control. Oh, nice arty shot. So these boys want to blow their cobwebs away, of course. So Marciello leading them at the moment. See Hour going through. And they're lapping in 3 minutes at the moment. Well, this is a big disappointment. This rain was predicted for today. I saw the forecast back midweek that it was going to be very wet on Sunday. Such a contrast to yesterday where we had beautiful autumn weather, and even Marciello twitching there, so he followed dutifully behind this pace car. We can drive round, check out where the puddles are. So easy to aquaplane off though in one of these cars. Obviously they've got the heavily grooved Hankook tyres on. That shot just shows how they spit out the water. Well, I'll be interested to see what happens here, whether they just continue under the safety car, whether they do in fact release them. No sign of that as yet. Or whether they decide to red flag it. Thank goodness, Dave, the championship was decided.
Well, it was just my thoughts exactly as we go up onto the to the gantry.
Now, what's it say on that sign there?
Well, I think that was the safety car sign.
Yeah.
Which is seemingly being removed.
But we're being shown it. That was definitely for the TV. They're up on the start gantry.
So perhaps.
Lights are still flashing on the safety car. Can't see the conditions have improved at all.
No, I don't think so. But yes, you're right. Going back to what you were saying, if the championship had been down to this race, well.
That's a live shot of the rain coming down. We're tucked away in a very comfortable commentary box, way up in the main grandstand, with a great big cantilevered roof over us. It's difficult for us to see exactly how much it's raining, other than from the shots on the screen. Although we can look across at the pit lane and see the, we can see the drops of rain on the puddles, but difficult to tell whether it's increasing or diminishing here.
Well, just looking at the images you've got.
Yep, there.
Look, well, lights are out in the safety car.
They are.
It's
so
coming
we're
in.
going to have some. This is going to be all action now.
Ooh.
I think some Dallara parts might take a beating. Just hope they all stay safe. Well, quite brave. Somebody just pulling off wide there. Oh,
he's been damaged.
It's not Lucas Wolff, is it again?
I think that might be Coletti.
Was it Coletti? Stefano Coletti, who dropped back into Formula 3 just for this weekend. A front runner these days in GP2, but a graduate of this series in 2007 and 2008.
Well, Marciello backing them up.
Oh,
and now gets going.
Mouth. Okay, off they go.
Heading round for the green now.
26 minutes remaining. Huge balls of spray behind the car. Marciello's got away well. Good exit from the north turn. Place. Well, it was Wolff.
You were right.
Yeah,
you
just
were
saw
right.
that green flash. What a terrible season for that blonde young man, second year in this category. Challenge there for 4th place. It's an hour moving up.
Blomqvist getting past Giovinazzi as well.
Just see what Lynn can do. He's at 18th spot at the moment. Gorgeous is in 19th. Well, that was Lucas Wolf having brain fade again, I'm afraid. Backed by the Deutsche Post Racing Academy. Show of resignation.
So Marcello Rosenquist, Tincknell, Lucas Auer, and Jordan King.
Very interesting here, Dave, to see who's got the real deft touch in these appalling conditions. Go on board then with the Lucas Auer.
That's just
Is that Auer?
half an indication of what can't be seen, isn't it? In terms of
It's like Cheever, I think. They've moved the camera since yesterday. Sometimes in these conditions, the obvious line is not the fastest one. It's just so rain-sodden here. Okay, no, hardly any visibility at all for those boys back there in 5th, 6th, 7th places. Blomqvist in 7th now. And that's Blomqvist overtakes some different teams.
That's Cassidy and Blomqvist together there, isn't it?
Good mates, those two. Tiefy's dropped down a couple of spots. Lynn is up to 16th. In fact, Lynn lapping faster than all those around him. Interesting, Dave, these cars are doing almost exactly the same lap times as the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland cars.
Really?
Shows how these single-seaters really don't get on with this heavy rain.
We just saw Michael Lewis going straight on a couple of moments ago.
Giovinazzi challenging the two Red Bull cars now. There's Cheever. Go on board with him. Cheever Jr. Good audio from that on board as well.
Yes. Real ding-dong here between Blomqvist and Cassidy. Blomqvist, they're trading places.
They grew up together in New Zealand, those two. Tom, of course, in his second full season of Formula 3, a McLaren development driver. Cassidy struggling all season to find a drive, having won the Toyota Racing Series down in New Zealand. Lynn's the one to watch, confirmed as third in the championship. Giovinazzi now. Oh, Cheever spins. Oh, don't do that. Manages to slot it to the inside. Still got the motor running, has he? Has he lost the engine? Calderon overtook under the yellow there. She might be in trouble for that.
Well, if he can't get that going from there, Andrew.
Yeah. dipped into a spin.
Durrani.
Yeah, broken front suspension, so he's out of it. Chivo's finally got it fired up. Careful, careful as you come back on. Dropped a lot of places. And safety car again. Just too many incidents. Might be looking at the final order here. Chiva motors into the stadium after that incident. Rosenquist going out wide, maybe thinks there's a bit more grip out there. So Marcello, Rosenquist, Tinknell, Auer, King, Blomqvist, Casti, Giovinazzi, Muller and Latifi. Lynn had climbed to 14th. Sorali's incidentally climbed up to 20th place, just gone past Goddard. Yeah, it was starter position.
Durrani and the well, that spray is just absolutely incredible, Andrew, and I can't see from the images that we've seen that the rain has diminished very much at all.
Doesn't take much to break one of those bottom A arms, does it?
No.
So, not the way he wanted to finish the season. The Fortec team. There's a nice trophy.
Well,
I think the team will be wanting that back. Is that 26? Is that from the team?
I think it was Latifi's. So safety car coming in this lap.
Yeah, going to
See what happened to Latifi, did we?
no. Maybe got hit by somebody. 17 minutes remaining. 17 minutes of teetering on the edge here.
Yeah.
So off they go again. And Marcello continues to lead. Rosenquist, of course, would love to beat him here to have his second maximum weekend, maximum 75-point weekend. Green flags waving then. Game back on. And already the front two have dropped Tinknell. Latifi is in the pit. There it is without the rear wing. End of a learning season for him. We're expecting him to be back again next year in this series.
So Rosenquist behind Marcello there, just diving out of the spray, try and get some visibility around the hairpin there.
Not a great drive up the through field from Alex Lynn, who's now in 12th place. Back on board with Chiva. Rome-based, Italian-based in Rome, just as his father was before him all those years ago when he raced in Formula 3. Went on, of course, to have a big career in Formula 1 and win the Indy 500. Rosenquist keeping up the pressure. There's Tinknell, there's Auer, followed by King and Blomqvist. Cassidy with the black helmet. holding off Giovinazzi at the moment, then Muller. Lewis is in the points, currently in 10th place. Wardenborough having a good little run in 13th. Cautious is in 14th. The man having his first Formula 3 race, regular in the GP3, and a man who had a couple of seasons in World Series by Renault, very much a Renault protege, or Gravity management protege for some years until he was dropped, the Estonian.
So great onboard imagery from Chiva here as he runs very, very wide.
Yeah, just passing Zeller there for 21st place. He had that earlier spin.
And as you say, the audio from the onboard is great as well, isn't it?
So Giovinazzi still challenging Cassidy. Lewis, the orange car just behind them, will gone back to the front here because that orange car is Rosenquist, same team of course.
Yep.
Look at Motorsport with that new sponsorship for this season, the Internet Auto Parts company that backing the DTM also. Just Tinknell going off wide. Oh, and Calderon and Spike Goddard are tangled, and Goddard might have got away with it in the second of the T-Sport cars. This is what happened. Bang! Calderon is... Goddard was committed. She dive-bombed him. I think both those will be retiring to pits. That was the battle for 19th place that caused that incident. Look at that ball of spray. Huge plume of spray behind the lead car, Marciello. It's pulled away a little bit from Rosenquist. Tinknell back. Coming under a bit of pressure from Auer now.
Yep.
Blomqvist, King, Cassidy. Lin's moved up to 11th. Wardenborough is going with him. Again, the John Deere tractor is deployed to lever away the Calderon car. Excellent display here from the new champion. There's that battle for third place, which is hotting up. Auer closing right on the back of the gearbox of Tinknell. Blomqvist out in fresh air now. Giovinazzi in front of Cassidy, just moved in front of him. All at 8th. Vanderlaar in at 10th, but coming under pressure from Lynn. I think Lynn will be passed in a moment.
Lap 9 of 22. This is going to go to time though, Andrew, isn't it? We've got, what, just under 12 minutes. Race duration left. As Auer continues with the pressure then on Tinknell. There, both the cars on screen. These utterly atrocious conditions. This, once again, Rosenquist just dives out of the spray of Marciello, just some semblance of being able to see where he's going, Andrew. You know, credit to these drivers in these conditions for doing what they're doing, and if I'm honest, I think we've probably seen less incident than I expected.
I agree with that. Tinknell holding off Auer at the moment. So here a year ago that Lucas Auer made his F3 debut. Problems for Sorales, the naughty boy from yesterday. Got himself up to 19th place, now in the pits.
Around that hairpin where they just can't get the power down at all, Andrew. You can hear it through the sound as they're spinning up the wheels.
Yeah, 2-litre engines, racing engines here, based on a production block, either Volkswagen or Mercedes, made in Mercedes. A couple of Nissans in there, and all the areas throttled as round goes the Marcon car, Rudersdorf. Really hasn't had a good season at all. Marcon, a new team in Formula 3 last year, having been very successful previously in the Formula Masters Championship here in Germany, round without any damage at all.
No, and he was all on his own.
Yep. Rosenquist a couple of seconds behind Marciello.
And there, one of our super slow-mos. Just see how the water is being dissipated by those wet weather tyres, Andrew, which causes that huge spray ball behind the car.
King has dropped back to 12th. I'm not sure what happened there. And Lynn still hasn't got past Van der Laar to get. He is in the points because Cassidy in that Carlin entry, that was the one that wasn't registered for the championship, so Cassidy won't score any points. And Lynn is now out of sight of us, just past Van der Laar, up to 10th place.
The Tingle-Hour battle continuing. Not much of a battle.
So difficult in these conditions. Now we've got a message from the race control. All incidents will be reported to the stewards. So Zeller, yeah.
Zeller going round.
Little family team. Had much success. Typical Swiss crash helmet, resemblant of the one worn by the famous Swiss driver Joe Siffert. And he goes.
Well, and just to recover from that, go on board across the rumble strips there. Just listen to this as well as watch.
Cheever in 17th place, recovering from his incident. And Lynn now attacking Cassidy. Oh. I think 7 minutes to go, might be worth red flagging this now. There's our camera car. Twitching its way around. Cassidy dropped to 11. Cautious moved up to 14. Got Mardenborough ahead of him.
So Marcello about to be on the back marking Goddard car.
Rosenquist actually closed up again, hasn't he?
Yes.
It's now down, the gap's down to a second. And I think Goddard's going to keep well out of the way. Indeed he does. Only 12 of the 22 laps run, but just the 5 minutes and 40 odd seconds remaining here this rain-soaked morning. And Tinknell's been off into the gravel, and that surely will drop him back a couple of places. In fact, Giovinazzi is just about to go by him. comes out in front of Giovinazzi. So Auer moves up into a podium spot.
And Rosenqvist is really on Marcello now. So all of a sudden in the sort of closing minutes of this race, which has been really hampered by the weather.
Well, there's honour at stake here.
Yep.
Rosenqvist just love to make it a royal flush of 3 times 25 points. Just needs to get past Marciello. Still be runner-up in the championship, whatever, but as I said, there is some honour. There he is, right, tucked into the huge plume of smoke round the parabolica, breaking down there into the hair, but a little twitch from Marciello. You can hear the noise from the gearbox there. There's our tracking camera. Rosenqvist putting on the pressure. Tinknell dropped back to 5th. Blomqvist finishing the season well. He's in 4th place now. Lynn has moved up to 8th. His next target will be Muller. Cassidy has dropped back to 13th. Couple of laps left. There is Auer. Good drive by him. Put the pressure on Tinknell, who went through the gravel as he came into the stadium. Manages to keep a bit of momentum. Plows it through there. Back onto the circuit. Ahead of Giovinazzi, and he's stayed in front of him since then. Marciello just hoping this is going to be over soon.
Well, the top of your screen, it's changed from laps to time. And that's
Gilbert.
That's
Gilbert, yeah. Why he's parked it there? Was that I couldn't get a gear?
Yep, looked like it.
Well, it's not stuck in 2 gears or anything funny. I'm just going to roll it back. And the end of a very challenging year for Mitch Gilbert.
So here comes our race leader Marcello with Rosenqvist.
Gilbert came out there, found he had no drive, and very sensibly pulled it off, splashed through the puddles, parked it just where they could quickly remove it. And, Gilbert comes out of the cockpit. Not sure if he's coming back next season. It's been definitely a learning year for him. Marcello pulled away again now. Extended the lead to 1.7 seconds. Lynn is closing up on Muller for 7th place, but I don't think there's any time left to do much.
Marcello running a bit wide then. And Rosenqvist now.
And Van der Laar is off. Van der Laar is running in the 12th place. And looks like Mardenborough is going to get into the points. Or may get into the points. He's 11th at the moment.
It's then the final lap, as you can see. And there are P1 and P2. Raffaele Marciello then champion. Felix Rosenqvist, who, as you say, I'm sure he'd have liked to have taken max out of the weekend. But
yes, the runner-up in the championship. Still a little late challenge there. Goes right up under braking. I think it's largely the concertina effect. Marciello, what a season he's had. Last year, remember, he led the championship for a while. In the end, had to give best to his Prema Power teammate, Danny Juncadella. But he's got it all right this season. What does the future hold for this young man, still a teenager? Totally immersed in racing, fully backed by the Ferrari Racing Academy. Where will we see him racing next year? Where will we see Rosenqvist racing next year as he comes to take the checkered flag? And another victory then for Lello Marciello. Rosenqvist comes home second, been a fierce rival all season. A lot of respect between the two men. Lucas Auer gets on the podium again. Blomqvist gets, I think, his best result of the season actually, with fourth. Then it's Tincknell, despite going across all the gravel. Goddard crosses the line a lap down now. Tincknell, Giovinazzi certainly come good towards the end of the season. He could be a man to watch next year. Muller from Germany. And it's Lynn. Good drive from Lynn from right near the back of the field all the way up to 8th place. Then King and Lewis just held off Mardenborough for the final point. Twelfth was Van der Laar, 13th Jalil, the young driver from Indonesia. He's still just 16, and that was probably his best performance of the year actually. Cautious, the Estonian, is 14th. Nisani from Israel, how international is this? Cassidy from New Zealand dropped to 16th, so a bit of a disappointment there. Cheever 17th, giving us some good onboard pictures. Zeller in 18th place. In the end, I think we had about 20 finishers. So that's it. Marciello finishes the season with a win.
So there we see Marciello on his way back to place the car in Parc Fermé. Weekend that has seen him crowned champion.
Yeah, lucky 13th victory. There's the Prema Power team welcoming him with some rather strange pieces of foam.
And Felix Rosenqvist chasing him right to the line, as we see that in replay there. Well, respect and credit to all the drivers for being out there in atrocious conditions.
Actually, Tom Blomqvist had a couple of podiums. Did very well here at Hockenheim, remember, early in the year, and also on the podium at Monza. So, but good way for Blomqvist to finish the season after some poor results in recent races. Might move him up to 7th in the championship, I think.
So another one of our super slows then.
Time then to reflect on a tough season of European Formula 3 racing with a huge grid of cars this year. There's the top 10. Dave, just take us through that.
Yes, Marciello taking the win from Rosenqvist, Auer, and then it was Blomqvist, Tincknell, Giovinazzi, Muller, Lynn, King, Lewis. Then we see Mardenborough, Van der Laar, Galiel, Corius, and Nisani, with Cassidy, Cheever, Zeller, and Rudersdorf as cars now are back.
And a nice little touch as Rosenqvist just went over to tap the hand of his rival, pats the wet weather tyres, leaps into the arms of his engineer. Lello, Lello. Will we hear that in the future? Could be a huge future for this young man. You never know. Sometimes you have people absolutely stellar in Formula 3 and then their careers fade. But there's certainly momentum going behind this young man at the moment. There's Lucas Auer. He could be a championship contender next season, assuming he stays here. Remember, made his main Formula 3 debut here just a year ago, so he doesn't get full rookie status. There isn't an official rookie championship.
No.
Which is a shame, really.
So, Andrew, with all your many, many years of motor racing experience, where do we think Marcello will be next year? What do we think will...
Well, it'll either be in GP2, if Ferrari will fund that, or the sponsors that sort of come around him, or there's been talk of the DTM. But one presumes that would then be Mercedes. Gets a test, of course. In one of the prizes of winning this is a test in the DTM car.
There's the championship then, Marcello then on 489.5, and Rosenqvist 457, Lynn 339.5. So how the Drivers' Championship finishes for this season. It will be interesting to see where and how Marcello's career develops still further.
Just following that rookie theme, Jordan King is the first true rookie, because he didn't drive Formula 3 until the start of this year. There's a man, obviously a Brumos Porsche racing fan, because he had the Brumos 59 on. Whether he knows that or not, I don't know. There's Hans Stuck, one of the great heroes of German motorsport. Now finally retired, although his career spread so many years. He takes Austrian nationality these days, so he'll be cheering on Lucas Auer. Out of the cockpit, tall figure of Lello Marciello. Rain has eased up a little bit as the race ends. And yet again, we prove what a powerhouse the Prema Power team is, with their cars finishing in first and third and fourth in the championship. So, celebrations. What is that all about?
So aerial or heli shots of the circuit here at Hockenheim, rain-soaked circuit. Hockenheim, as Andrew has said previously, such a contrast to beautiful day that we had yesterday. We see some of the some slows and some highlights now of our top three. There's Lucas Auer finishing in P3. Felix Rosenqvist, well, kept with Marciello. And, well, took it all the way to the line with him, but finished in P2, and champion and winner of race 30, Raffaele Marciello and the Prema Power team.
As befits a champion, never put a wheel wrong.
No.
Soaked up some pressure from his arch rival. Came home victor, his 13th win of the season. And that's an impressive record. Prema Power team already had clinched the team's championship over Muka Motorsport for this. Very interesting year, of course. The fact that the British Championship was reduced to the smaller mini-series, so nearly all the top competitors coming to race here as Marcello. Now, is he going to do one of those jumps of his? Don't think so. No. Comes onto the podium. Marcello congratulates his Prema Power teammate as the Italian national anthem rings out. So applause to see Rennie Rossin's got his glasses off, it's got so wet.
Yes.
He is the mastermind now behind this Prema Power team. And Herman Tomczyk, president of the ADAC Motorsport, governing body of German motorsport, hands out that trophy. We had Gerhard handing out trophies yesterday. The technical development chairman of Volkswagen. Although the great majority of these races were on with Mercedes engines. And same gentleman hands out the trophy to Lucas Auer. Into the middle with the cups, protocol. Into the middle. Count to 10, and then you may go to the bottles. Then it's time for... So the boys there getting their instructions from the PA. Of course, there's still the Macau Grand Prix to come, the famous Formula 3 race round the streets of the Chinese area. Former Portuguese colony, always a big one to win. Out backwards. Now they're being organised to go off to the press conference, I would think. So that's it, done and dusted, David.
Yes, well, a weather-affected race, Andrew.
A weather-affected race. Great to see so many cars in the Formula 3 Championship. It was a great series, and still a series where stars of the future are born, I'm sure. So that's about it, I think, from us. See some highlights should be coming up in a moment, but all we've got at the moment is one wet track. There's a lunch break here now at Hockenheim, and then final DTM race of the season will come up. I'm just wondering, David, they're now going to give Marcello. There he leaps in the air.
This is for the championship.
This is for the championship, yes. And he does it again. Yes, they didn't present it to him yesterday. Second place in the year 2013. Der Zweitplatzierte des Jahres 2013. Little Felix, resigned, smile on his face. 3 years, top level Formula 3 racing from him. Alex Lynn.
your mate Ricky,
yeah, he's really winding it up. Yeah,
he's giving it some, isn't he?
Yeah, Alex Lynn, remember racing the British Championship last year, and equally tall as Marciello. And little Felix absolutely dwarfed by these two giants. So, hats back on, and now the trophy will be handed out here, but will be quickly retrieved. Of course, the official prize giving, as befits a major FIA Championship, will be at the big prize giving down in Monaco.
Mm-hmm.
Little hiatus here until presentation party is arranged. Here comes Gerhard Berger to hand over the trophy. FIA President of the Single Seater Commission. And Formula One's top practical joker of the past. An outstanding driver as well. Hans Stuck is there, President of the DMSB these days. And the manufacturer's trophy to René Rossin. Gerhard with second place for Felix Rosenqvist. And the trophy for Alex Lynn from Hans Stuck. Very good season by Lynn. An interesting trophy there, all the different nations' flags on the side of what, as I said a little early on, what a hugely international championship this has been. It's going to be one of the most international championships anywhere in the world, I think. No Japanese drivers this season. We used to have quite a lot of Japanese drivers coming through Formula 3 because they have their own Formula 3 championship there.
Well, I'm glad to see that they've done the podium for that. Of course, as you said, the trophies will be retrieved, won't they? And then it will go to that FIA presentation.
I think only Marciello will go to that occasion in Monaco. So the FIA have got an awful lot of championships. And it's a big night. There, this time images in the dry of the man who is the king of Formula 3, Lello Marciello, punches his fist across the line for one of his 13 wins. Quiet, unassuming young man. Yet to really develop media savvy. I'm sure it will come in time. This is a shot from yesterday. After he'd done all that, he remembered to put the steering wheel back on. So that's the end of the season. Raffaele Lello Marciello is crowned the champion. Rosenqvist is the runner-up. From me, Andrew Marriott, from Dave Richardson, it's goodbye for this season. Maybe we'll see you again next year.